Graders. Hi, second graders. This is Miss Tish. This is your science lesson video part 2. Let me make this bigger. There we go. Okay, so if you're watching this video, you should have already watched part 1, which means you have in your writer's notebook, you have a paper that you split into 4 parts, right? And you already drew on 2 of them. You drew on one, which showed what our mountain looked like at the beginning, which is this. This is a picture of what it looked like. And then you did box number 2 where you made a prediction. What would it look like later after time has gone by? Okay, we're going to look at some pictures to see what happened, and then we're going to fill in our bottom 2 boxes. Number 3 is after, what actually happened after our experiment. And number 4, describe. We're going to do some writing, okay? So like I said, this is a picture from the beginning of what it looked like when I first added the glaciers, the ice cubes, to our mountain, okay? And then this is a picture before too, just of the other side, okay? All right, so let's see what started to happen. I'll show you this one. What are you noticing? Are you noticing that the glacier is starting to melt? Yeah. I'm wondering if you notice any changes to the land as you look through these pictures. So this is the same time as the picture I just showed you, but the other side. All right, are you noticing any changes to the land? Here's the next picture. You can see this one totally melted. And I'm looking right here and I am noticing, are you noticing some changes right here? It kind of pushed the land and moved it, didn't it? So that's something you're going to think about when you're drawing your picture in box number 3. All right, here's the next one. It kind of looks like right here, maybe the land changed a little bit. Is the land changing in these pictures the same way it did when the water went onto our mountain? It's not, is it? This is slower. It's not as big of a difference that we're noticing, right? But it is still changing. Remember that some changes can take a long, long time, hundreds, thousands of years, right? And remember too, when we did the water, that is not showing what would actually happen on a mountain. Sand is different from rock, right? But that kind of did show what would happen over thousands of years. And this one's a little more gradual. The changes aren't as fast and aren't as big, okay? So let's keep going. Here's another one you can see. Not big changes, but the land did change. And then here's the last pictures I took, the last few, right, where you can see some changes. There's some ridges, some places where the ice kind of carved into the land and moved that sand. I'm looking at the top, which seems a little bit flatter than it was before. And then maybe here's another one right here. Just where the ice carved into the land, okay? This is kind of from the top, so you could kind of see some of those changes from the top, right? Here's a couple right here. Yep. And then maybe over here is another one. And then let's see, I think there's one more picture. Yeah, and this one is harder to tell, but you can kind of see right here is one of the spots again. So second graders, in box 3, you are going to draw a picture of what changed, okay? What actually changed as we did our experiment. And in Seesaw, I put some of these pictures from the end if you want to look at them again, if you need more time. So you can go right into Seesaw to look at some of those too, okay? So let's take a look. I can show you this on here. This is basically what I just said for box number 3. Okay, in box number 3, you're drawing a picture of what happened at the end. In box number 4, you're going to write 3 or more than 3 sentences that describe what happened. Remember, a sentence starts with a capital letter, ends with a period. It has a subject, so who the sentence is about or what the sentence is about, and it has a predicate, what happened, okay? So if you notice that the ice melted and you just say melted, that's not a sentence, okay? You need to add a subject. What melted? The ice. So you might use this part right here. You might say the ice melted, okay? Or these are some other ways you might start your sentence. First, and tell what happened first. Or I noticed and write down the thing that you noticed. I think, okay? So you're starting your sentence with the subject, the ice, or the sand, or the mountain, or I, and then you're telling what happened, okay? You need 3 sentences or more than 3 sentences in that last box. When you're finished, you're going to turn in your paper on Seesaw, okay?